Well, if your goal is to become debt-free, don't let the fear of missing out stop you from achieving your financial goals.
Yeah, FOMO, as they call it, can be dangerous to your bank account. So to help you steer clear of the temptation to spend, we have the president of Game Time Budgeting, Al Riddick, here. And Al, it's always great to see you.
It's a pleasure to see you two once again as well.
Yes, yeah. I know all about FOMO, but you have some special insight. You had an experience recently, right?
Yes, I did. So recently my wife sent me an email, and this email contained a buy one, get one free coupon for one of my favorite restaurants. So unfortunately, the coupon expired the next day. So within 24 hours, it's like use it or lose it, you know?
Right.
So then all of a sudden, I started feeling anxiety and a little bit of stress to use this coupon. And then I was like, oh, this is what FOMO feels like. You know? So then I had to ask myself, do I really need this? And do I want this? Because I had just eaten at this restaurant like 2 days ago. So you know what I decided? I was able to turn FOMO, the fear of missing out, into JOMO, the joy of missing out, because I didn't use the coupon, so I saved 100% of the money that I did not spend, you know?
There you go, that's practical. But what about people, though, Al, because you know the pressure with social media, people are scrolling through, they see their friends' stories, and they might be dealing with FOMO from seeing that. What advice do you have for people?
So first of all, let's be real about this. When you're looking at somebody's social media feed, you're looking at video clips of a person's life. You have no idea what the real
really
movie is like, you know? But you have to take a step back and say, you know what? Why am I becoming so anxious about another person's lifestyle when you could really be living a very fulfilling life yourself already? And when it comes to this social media thing, I'm a big fan of it as well. However, sometimes you do need to give yourself a social media time out because you can become so consumed with another person's life that you start forgetting that your life might be pretty good already as it is.
Yeah, it's easier said than done because you start looking at all the. So what advice do you have for to maybe resist some of that?
So one of the first things that you can do, I always say give yourself a spending timeout, because when you see other people enjoying things, you want to do it as well, right? So if you're like thinking about taking a vacation or thinking about buying something online from one of these retailers, there's nothing wrong with putting it in your shopping cart. But why can't you take like 48 hours before you actually click purchase to actually execute that process where money changes hands? In addition to that, I was looking at a bank rate survey not too long ago, and I discovered that people in America spend about $71 billion making impulse purchases online over a 12-month time span. I saw your hand. So again, just take some time out and pause before making this decision to spend money, because we all work extremely hard for the money we get, and when you spend it, it's gone forever. And forever is a very long time, you know?
Al, what about in-person FOMO? Because I know that, you know, getting together for drinks or dinner with friends can certainly be a big part of everyday life for folks, but what if you're afraid of missing out on that?
So, you know what I say for that? First of all, there's nothing wrong with wanting to get together with your friends because you usually have a good time. But what if you were to have a get-together at someone's home and have a potluck? Think about it. You're going to save money.
Yeah.
You're also going to have probably a more in-depth and more intimate conversation. And when you really think about it, the food that you cook at home is usually a lot healthier than the food that you get at a restaurant, right? And another thing that I saw recently, the average family of four, this is according to the United States Department of Agriculture, waste about $1,500 per year in uneaten food. Can you believe that? So that's roughly like $375 per person, you know?
Yeah, it can add up.
That is so true.
So what I hear you saying is pause and don't make impulse buys. And then think about a different way of doing things that may not cost you as much.
Definitely. And when you think about that different way of doing things, you're opening yourself up to new opportunities in life.
Yeah.
All right, so people have tried, but they just can't resist FOMO. It's just too hard. What do they need to consider?
You know, one of the things, and I'm a big fan of therapy, right? So there may be some individuals who might need to talk to a professional, because let's face it, when you think about what we've been through in the last couple of years in this country with the pandemic and things of that nature, there may be some things going on that you might need to talk through with a professional. And if you find yourself not being able to resist FOMO, there's nothing wrong with speaking with somebody that might be able to help you through that situation. situation. One of the things that I also say as well, you know, with this FOMO situation, a lot of people are daydreaming out loud, but I always say daydreaming with money you do have is better than living the dream with money you don't.
Such good advice.
Yes.
Al, where can people get in touch with you? Because you have a good way of putting things and giving us advice.
Yes, ma'am. So people can check us out on the website, gametimebudgeting.com, or give us a call at the office, 513-813-3275.
All right,
Okay.
Al, great advice as always. Thanks so much. And hey, we don't want you to have FOMO. We will be right back on Cincy Lifestyle.